I pull up the Maybach jumping, shawty better check my hits. I don't know why they all can steady. I guess I'm too demanding. Private landing, I guess I keep my candy.
Alright, so as you see by the title, today we're going to talk about how do you sacrifice for success. So if you want to reach success, I would say I feel like you got to make sacrifices. A lot of sacrifices that you don't want to make are things that you don't realize is really taken away from you reaching or your full potential or reaching the success that you want to reach. So I wrote down some notes, as always. We're going to start with the first note. You have to take risks if you want success. So a lot of people, they might sit there scared. They might be worried about, oh yeah, if they're going to be successful or not. They might be worried if they try something new. Let's say they start a business, they got a business idea, they start it and they fail at it. Or they're scared to even fail, so they won't take action. If you're going through that, don't be scared. Do calculated risk. That's how successful people get rich. Because listen, when you do calculated risk, let's say if you got $200 that you're willing to spend, and you only really want to spend $500, but I got this rest of this money in case this $500 just goes to waste. So then you just, all right, next time I'm gonna do $600. I know a little more knowledge. Or I'm gonna do less to see, just try different things. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you feel comfortable with. Make calculated risk. Don't make risk that's gonna mess up your whole thing. Don't spend your last. A lot of people, they might spend their last on trying to be successful or get some type of success. But instead of doing that, you could stack up your money, make a calculated risk, and hopefully that risk works out and helps you get a great return on your investment. But second thing, be willing to sacrifice some money to invest into a mentor. Now, this I feel like a big key for success is having a mentor. I feel like a lot of people look past having a mentor. They look past the people who's already doing it, and they just want to try it on their own, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. Every time I done tried something on my own, I have almost failed, except one time, which was my clothing brand. I did it all by myself, and I didn't even run ads yet, but I ran ads for my other business. It didn't work. Now, cool, I'm fine with that because I took calculated risk. When you take calculated risk, it's okay. You can lose that money. When you lose that money, the next time you try again, you might lose some more money, but it's fine because you got one thing I learned by taking that risk. Fly all up in the way, but listen, one thing I learned taking that risk is, okay, I can go ahead, spend money, not see a return, but learn from it. And what I learned, I can't even talk. But listen, one thing I did learn from that, it's better to do it with a mentor or doing it with somebody who's already know what they're doing. For example, if I would have ran ads through an agency or ran ads through somebody who knows how to run ads, then it would have worked. Since I don't really know how to run ads, and that's my first time ever trying to run ads by myself, it didn't work. Now, a lot of people, they might keep going, they might just keep trying to run ads themselves until they figure out what works. Instead of just going to someone, this will speed up your process. If you go to someone and be like, yo, how do you run your ads? Or, yo, can you run my ads for me? Sit there and make a calculated risk. Okay, $200, it's gonna be $300 to fee, plus whatever the ads is. You might have 2, 3 row ads, or whatever it's called. And you sit there and it goes 2x, whatever it is, and then you go ahead and reinvest the profits, keep going, and most likely it'll work. If that ad agency doesn't work, you gotta find, I'm not gonna say if that one doesn't work, maybe you just made a wrong choice. But I will say, if you do your research on the ad agency, do your research on the person that you're gonna be mentored by, because if that person has success, most likely you'll have the same success. And the reason why I say the same success, not the same success, but you'll still be successful at it. For example, if they ads work, for you, your ads will work too. So try whatever you want to try, anything you want to do, try it with a mentor. It's going to speed up the process way more. You got to sacrifice, you want to do it yourself sometimes, just so you can, you know what I'm saying, do it with a mentor, which can speed up your time a lot. But spend money on courses, coaching, or resources, even if it feels uncomfortable. You got to spend money sometimes. You got to spend money on things that's going to help benefit you. Spend money on things that's going to help you expand your knowledge or expand your income or just expand your business, stuff like that. Because if you spend your money on productive things rather than, let's say you sacrifice eating out, and instead of eating out, you spend it on, you make sandwiches and you just spend it on your business. That's sacrifice. When you sacrifice eating out for something better. And that's a prime example on how other people should also sacrifice their things. To like sacrifice the money to live iffy for a little second, just so you can reach the success that you want. What I mean by iffy, not living, you might really want to go out to eat with your friends, all that. But you gotta sacrifice for success. So if you want to reach that success point, you gotta sit there and know, cool, if I go to the restaurant, I'm not gonna have enough money to run these ads. So I'm not gonna go to the restaurant. Instead, I'm gonna run these ads, and one day, by me running these ads, If I do this every month, I'm gonna end up owning a restaurant. I'm gonna end up having a restaurant better than the one I'm about to go to. That's the mindset you gotta have when you sacrifice things. Right in the moment, you might feel like, I don't want to sacrifice this. I want to go right now. But then you gotta tell yourself, no, this for the long run. In the long run, I can do 2 times what I want to do. If I want to go out to a nice dinner, I can do that 3 times a week at the same place. If I sit there and run these ads instead of just going out with your friends today. But listen, a lot of things are always gonna be there. You gotta sacrifice like club and party and all that because those clubs, those parties, always gonna be there. It's not gonna be there. It's your chance to reach success. You're gonna end up being old, working a job, and then you're gonna be down bad because you don't got no type of success or nothing. You didn't build nothing when you was young. But if you build something when you was young, then you can piggyback off of the success point, the sacrifice point. If you would have sacrificed now, you would have had success when you was older. Instead, a lot of people working backwards on them. They mess up when they're young and try to build success when they're older. And it messes up their life because they're too busy trying to reach success at an old age. Some people are able to do it, some people aren't able to do it because they still gotta work their job, they got bills they gotta pay, they got kids to take care of, all other stuff. But they would have did it way before when they didn't have kids and all that, and it'd be way better, way off because they sacrificed their time to, okay, cool, I ain't gonna hang out with my friends today, I'm not gonna go out to eat today, I'm gonna go ahead and work my business, work on trying to make money, or my dream, you know what I'm saying? But, yes, that's one way, another way, sacrifice for success. But look, use your time doing something you don't know will work, but still show up and try. Listen, you might be unsure that something will work. Try it out. You might have a great idea and be like, I don't know if that's gonna work for you. To be honest, again, take a calculated risk. Sit there and try it out. If it works, good. If it doesn't, go ahead, go back to the drawing board, rethink, and go back again. Because, listen, if you sit there and really, this is a key. Have a routine, and every month set a new goal. You do that, good. And the routine, make sure the routine is the happy, like your dream day. Just live your dream day every day. I ain't gonna lie. And just be happy. You're doing some stuff you like to do on a daily basis, you're bound to be happy. But look, another thing, success requires gambling your comfort for your future. Again, you might be uncomfortable just sitting at the crib. You might be uncomfortable just sitting there and not doing anything. But you gotta learn, instead of me going out, I'm gonna be productive. I'm gonna sit at home and be productive. And by me being productive, that's gonna help me reach the success I wanna reach. You gotta think to yourself, would you rather be successful later or would you rather be poor later? Most likely it's gonna be successful. Because if you're gonna be successful, you gotta sit there and sacrifice the time with your friends. You gotta sacrifice the time to go ahead and work your business. Because listen, even if it's like, let's say you're sitting at home and you're like, yo, I don't even know if I really wanna hang out. I wanna hang out with my friends bad. And you're like, I don't got nothing to do at the crib. I already finished all my, you know what I'm saying, my job work. I didn't finish all the money making stuff, my business stuff. And you just chilling at the crib. You ain't nothing to do. Nah, still sacrifice. Still sit there and don't spend your money because you might need that money later on to go ahead and run ads or work in your business, whatever it is. The reason why I say run ads is just an example. But you use it anything. Run ads, working your basketball game, whatever it is. But listen, it's okay to just sit there and be alone instead of hanging out with friends because if you sit there alone, you got time to think. You got time to come up with new ideas. And when you're sitting alone, them ideas that you get might be life-changing. So that's why it's good to sit alone and still sacrifice your time by yourself. Sacrifice the time that you was gonna spend and the money that you was gonna spend hanging out with your friends. Instead of doing that, you can be at home, coming up with great ideas, amazing ideas to change your life. Hopefully that made sense. I fly all over the place, but the main moral of the story, sacrifice time. Instead of hanging out with your friends, go ahead and sit at home and think through things and really think about how to be successful or how to get rich and stuff like that. Another thing, if you have to look dumb for a while to get smart later, do it. People might not understand what you got going on. People might understand the mindset you have. They might be like, yo, why Gavin never want to come outside? Why Gavin don't want to do this? Why? You know what I'm saying? Or they might, for you, whatever your name is, watching this video, you might feel like, yo, why don't you come outside? Why don't you come hang out with us no more? All the time, they don't understand that you locked in. You really want to get rich, really want to reach success, you got to put things in play like that. You got to tell them, yo, I'm locked in right now. I can't hang out with y'all. Another person I feel like who I've seen really does it is Avery Lee. I feel like you really be locked in and focus on his craft and focus on what he got going on. But listen, that's one thing. When you at home, you can watch other people live their life. But it's the difference in you actually taking action so you can live your life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people watch other people live their life. They look at reality TV shows, all that. But instead of doing the reality TV show, you can live the reality TV show life and you sat there and sacrifice your time. You sacrifice doing unproductive things just to do productive things. Then, most likely, you can live that life that you live. If you want to live a whole bunch of cameras in your face all day, 24/7, you can do that. You should sacrifice your time when you're younger. You gotta sacrifice some time, a year or two, not even more than a year. If you want to really build something really worthwhile, stack your time by yourself, stack your time doing your business, stack your time in the gym. Just compound. If you're in the gym every day, you're gonna have 365 hours by the end of the year, if not more. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of hours. I ain't gonna lie, that's a lot of hours. But by you hit that, that's gonna get you closer to 1,000 hours. Once you hit that 1,000 hours, 10,000 hours, you probably gonna have abs, real muscle, all that. That just shows what you spend your time doing, it grows. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta lock in, spend your time wisely, not waste it. Sacrifice your time to do the other things, like I said before. But look, another thing, sacrifice time with friends or fun to stay focused. We already kind of touched on that. Be okay with losing money in short term to gain knowledge or opportunities. Now, like I said earlier when I started the video, when you use your money to purchase a business, investment, start something new, start an idea, you got anything, do it calculated. Make sure you have enough money that you can at least buy it 2 times, or at least have enough money left over so you can pay your bills or whatever you need to pay. That's what you call calculated risk. Take calculated risk so you can reach the success that you want to reach. And listen, when you sacrifice, you might pay $50 something for a little mentorship from somebody who's already doing what you want to do. That's most likely going to be worth it. You just got to do your research and make sure you're actually legit and actually giving out the knowledge that it says that he's going to give out. And you go ahead, get out the mentorship, you might be making money. You never know. Or if not, you just, cool. This month, I messed up with the mentorship. If they didn't give me the knowledge I thought I was going to get, cool. Next month, we're going to do something else. One of these mentorships going to hit. You got 12 months out the year. You do it once a month. You try something new, one of the things going to hit. You got to just keep throwing the dart at the wall. Just throw it. Throw it. Okay. I think I learned how to do it now. You get a little closer. Boom. You throw it. Now you got a bullseye. Once you learn to do that one bullseye, you might throw it again. Oh, I'm getting closer to the bullseye. I just hit it. I'm close to it. Rather than when I first started. Then you boom. Do it again. Oh, I think I understand it. Throw it some more. Something to make. That's your bullseye. You learn it. And the best way to sit there and hit the bullseye every time is getting a mentor. Getting someone who knows how to throw that dart right. Boom. I'm going to show you. So this is a visual of you getting a mentor. Instead of sacrificing your time with friends and unproductive people, sit there and get a mentor and spend your time with a mentor. And you know what your mentor going to do? You're going to sit there, you're going to hold your hand like this. And when it's time to throw the dart, you're going to say, yo, throw it. Aim right there. Boom, throw it. He's going to show you how to do it. And as you know, you get your hand held so many times to throw the dart, and you know you can do it yourself. Now you're just doing effortlessly, you know what I'm saying? But are you doing it effortlessly? I hope I'm saying it right, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's going to help you learn how to do the things successful people do by learning from the successful people. Again, you can learn from successful people by in a mentorship. You might be like, how? Not everyone got mentorships. That's fine. You can always check the videos that they look at the content that they post and just take different things that they do. And you see every day, you almost see this man at the gym on his story that goes to tell you something. It's a couple things you will see in common with entrepreneurs or people who want to make money, stuff like that. They're either going somewhere to make money, and you can see off their story or what they post and stuff like that. If they don't post, you might gotta just catch them in real life. But another thing you might see them doing, going to the gym. Another thing you might see them doing, sitting there at the table with just nothing but them and the computer just locked in. They might be on a meeting, whatever it is. So another thing, if a lot of people that are successful, they do meetings. So for example, let's say you like, oh, this dude all the way in Miami, my mentor all the way in Miami. You can book a call, a one-on-one call with him probably, whether you got to hit him on an email, hit him in the DM, whatever it is, and sit there and say, I want to get a mentorship by you. How much is it for the one-on-one Zoom call every week? Or how much is it for one Zoom call? You know what I'm saying? You might say, it's this amount. You afford that amount, take a calculated risk, boom, you show me how to do this. That's it. If you want to do real estate, you know somebody who do real estate, learn from them. They got to be successful at it. That's the only rule. Whenever you get a mentor, you just make sure that they're successful at what they're doing. And if you do that, you're going to be good. But another thing I wrote down was, you have to put in effort when there's no guarantee of reward. So you still got to push through, even if you feel like, oh, it's not going to work, or you don't know it's going to work. Because you might, again, with the bullseye, you might sit there and try to hit the bullseye. And you just effortlessly, oh, I don't know if this is going to work. Instead of, I ain't going to lie, this is how it was when I ran the ads. I sat there and did the bullseye, I missed completely. I'm like, okay, now if I do the agency, I think they're going to hold my hand, boom, throw it. Now I got the bullseye. Rather than me just keep throwing it at the thing. Instead, you got a person to help you, or a person who's already doing what you're doing, or they can show you, this is what you do, this is how you do it, and this is how you succeed at it. So that's my advice for y'all. Just reach success and things of that nature. But if you made this part of the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all.